Ladies and gentlemen, Seminole Nation, I'm Phil Doumar. Let's go do some player interviews. Brian, how you doing today?
What do you want?
The viewers of Seminoles.com would like to have a word from you.
So why they got you doing it?
Ladies and gentlemen, from Charlotte, North Carolina, punter, Kaysen Beatty.
I got to get the inside scoop on the kicker for the Auburn Tigers. You guys were teammates at Jupiter, right?
We were. Cody Parker's a good friend of mine. And it's funny because when I was his long snapper, he rose to be the #1 kicker in the nation. And now I'm Roberto's long snapper, and he's the #1 kicker.
I want to stay as close as I can to you, Phil.
There you go.
I want to stay as close as I can. I want to be the #1 kicker in the country. What do you think?
This year, when you were getting interceptions and all this, I told you about all those stats about how no freshman's ever had 2 interceptions in this game, turned around, done 1 in this game, and got a touchdown the next. Did you ever realize that I made all those stats up?
Yeah, I kind of did. I was like, this guy, he's just messing with me. I knew you were messing with me.
You know, you've been a very violent player here for 5 years, just wrecking defensive linemen, taking your anger out on just about everything. And I think it stems from the time where I pancaked you junior year of high school.
He did not pancake me. He's been saying this for 6 years. It never happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, viewers of Seminoles.com, in case you didn't know, this is our athletic director, the best in the nation, Mr. Stan Wilcox, who has led the Seminoles to be 13-0, #1, playing in the BCS championship game. Mr. Wilcox, man, how did you do it?
Well, I didn't do it. You did it. I just came along at the right time and caught the right wave, and I stayed on top of the wave. I'm riding it all the way to shore.
Elaborate some on some of our practices, how hard we work, how diligent we are.
You know, for about a 14.5-minute period, we're working hard. Warm up a little bit, you know, go out to practice, have a 7-minute punt period where Phil does his thing, take care of business, and, you know, go play games like we do every day.
Pancake is when one offensive lineman goes against a defensive lineman, hits him so hard that he falls flat like a pancake. Now Brian used to be a little overweight, so it was more like a muffin. But
hey, why don't you check my high school highlight reel? It's all against his team, Jupiter.
What was more exciting for you, when you first took the job and got to see your office and the field and the stadium, or when you first met me at practice?
There's no question when I met you, you know, because you have been the person that, you know, inspires me on a daily basis, you know, because of your work ethic and how far you've come and how you work in the classroom as well. And hey, that inspires me to continue to do my job as best as I can.
Do you think that had anything to do with it?
It never happened.
But if it did happen?
But it didn't.
But let's just pretend it did.
But it didn't.
You can think what you want. He's been hit a few times. He has a few concussions. But it happened.
They didn't.
Okay, Brian.
I got to ask you a question. You mentioned Cody briefly, but is there any chance he could stub his toe on Monday night?
You know, maybe before the game I'll go up and give him a handshake and, you know, step on a little bit. One word. What do you have to say to the viewers out there on Seminoles.com?
One word.
Adjective, noun.
Oh boy, can it be a couple of words?
Yes, it can be 3 words.
I could do 2.
Two words.
Go Noles.
I'm really gonna miss you as a teammate.
No, you have to let him make friends.
Well, you know, actually, to prove to you I'm gonna miss you as a teammate, I'm gonna take a picture with my Kodak. A picture's worth 1,000 words. I would rather have nothing else than on. Let's turn the flash on.
You're such a joke.
There we go. Now, Brian, on Pro Day, I'm going to come back and give you a copy of this so you can keep it in your shoebox for the next 40 years.
Now, let me just say this. Hey, Phil.
You're a legend.
I've said touchdown Florida State 1,818 times. I keep track of that. It's on my touchdown count on the website. But I can't remember how many field goals I've kicked, but I've had a number of them that have been good. Noles win! And I certainly hope to do that on Monday night.
So do I. I appreciate it.
Noles win. Noles win. Noles win.
Noles win, ladies and gentlemen.